Ever wanted to enjoy a cake without worrying about sugar? Welcome to a delightful solution: sugar-free cakes. It's a common misconception that desserts without sugar are less tasty, but we're here to change that narrative. Especially for those who are health-conscious or have dietary restrictions, these sugar-free options are a dream come true. Imagine a sugar-free cake mix recipe that's not just easy to follow, but also delectably delicious. Ready to dive into the world of guilt-free desserts? Stay tuned. First things first, gather all the necessary ingredients. For our sugar-free cake mix, we'll need several items. Let's start with the dry ingredients. You'll need 2 cups of all-purpose flour. This will be the foundation of our cake. Next, add in 1½ teaspoons of baking powder. This will give our cake the perfect rise. Then, you'll need a pinch of salt. About ½ teaspoon should do. This enhances all the other flavors in our cake. Now, for the wet ingredients. We're using ½ cup of unsweetened applesauce. This will keep the cake moist without adding any extra sugar. Next, we'll need 3/4 cup of coconut oil. This will give our cake a light, fluffy texture. And for a bit of flavor, we'll add in 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Lastly, instead of sugar, we're using a cup of a sugar substitute like stevia or erythritol. With all these ingredients in place, we're ready to start baking. Now, it's time to put on your chef's hat and start baking. First things first, preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. While the oven is warming up, let's get the cake pan ready. Lightly grease it with a bit of oil or a non-stick spray, then line the bottom with parchment paper for easy removal later. Next up, it's time to mix our dry ingredients. In a large bowl, combine your sugar-free cake mix, a pinch of salt, and any other spices or flavors you'd like to add. A hint of cinnamon or a dash of vanilla extract can really elevate the taste of your cake. In a separate bowl, let's mix the wet ingredients. Break in a couple of eggs, add in your preferred choice of dairy-free milk, and a splash of oil. Whisk until everything is well combined, with no lumps remaining. Now, the magic happens. Gradually add the wet mixture into the dry ingredients, stirring gently as you go. Don't overmix, as this could make your cake dense. Once the batter is smooth and well combined, pour it into your prepared pan. Slide the pan into your preheated oven and bake for about 25 to 30 minutes, or until a toothpick inserted into the center of the cake comes out clean. Remember, patience is a virtue. Let the cake cool in the pan for a few minutes, then transfer it to a wire rack to cool completely. And voila! Your homemade sugar-free cake is ready to be savored. Let's quickly recap the steps for our sugar-free cake mix recipe. First, gather your ingredients. Then mix them together, bake until golden perfection, and voila! You've got a scrumptious sugar-free cake. Next time the craving for a sweet treat hits, remember this easy and delicious sugar-free cake recipe. Enjoy guilt-free indulgence anytime.